Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's German driving license practical test failed practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. Under normal conditions, a minimum following distance of blank should be maintained. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 2 seconds. Explanation. Under normal conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 2 seconds. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 2. When approaching a stopped school bus with its red lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must, option A, stop 5 feet away from the bus. Option B, stop only if you see children are present. Option C, stop and remain stopped until it appears safe to proceed. Option D, stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. The correct answer is option D. Stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. Explanation. When a school bus stops with its lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must stop at least 10 feet away from the bus. Remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing, the stop arm has been withdrawn, and the children have reached a safe place. This is the law whether you are approaching the bus from behind, approaching it from the opposite direction, or approaching it at an intersection at which the school bus is stopped. Question 3. How often should drivers check their mirrors for traffic behind them? Option A, every 45 seconds. Option B, every 20 seconds. Option C, every 10 seconds. Option D, every 6 to 8 seconds. The correct answer is option D, every 6 to 8 seconds. Explanation. Check your mirrors for traffic behind you every 6 to 8 seconds. It is important to know if someone is following your vehicle too closely or coming up too fast. It is also important to know how much space you have behind your car. Question 4. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS can be identified by Option A, a sticker on the control panel. Option B, a yellow lamp on the instrument panel. Option C, the letters ABS on the brake pedal. Option D, a metal plate on the inside of the driver's side door. The correct answer is option B, a yellow lamp on the instrument panel. Explanation. You can tell that your vehicle is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS if it has a yellow ABS malfunction lamp on the instrument panel. Question 5. A bicyclist who doesn't obey traffic laws. Option A, is in the right because bicyclists don't have to obey traffic laws. Option B, can be ticketed. Option C, will always receive a warning from law enforcement. Option D, will have their bicycle impounded. The correct answer is option B, can be ticketed. Explanation. All bicyclists have the same rights, duties, and responsibilities as drivers of motor vehicles. Motorists and bicyclists who do not obey traffic laws can be ticketed. Question 6. High occupancy vehicles HOV lanes are not reserved for. Option A, high occupancy vehicles. Option B, carpools. Option C, tractor trailers. Option D, motorcycles. The correct answer is option A, high occupancy vehicles. Explanation. During heavy traffic periods, HOV lanes are reserved for buses, carpools, other high occupancy vehicles, motorcycles, and certain clean special fuel vehicles. Question 7. You may not park. Option A, on a hill. Option B, in a parking lot. Option C, on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Option D, within 12 inches of the right side of the road. The correct answer is option C, on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. Explanation. There are a number of locations where it is unlawful to park, including on a crosswalk or in a marked bicycle lane. When parking on the street, you must be within 12 inches of the side of the road. Question 8. Two solid white lines painted across a traffic lane show the boundaries of a crosswalk. As a driver, you should know that Option A, motor vehicles have the right-of-way over pedestrians and crosswalks. Option B, When pedestrians are in crosswalks, they should be given the right of way. Option C. No one has the right of way in a crosswalk. Option D. Pedestrians are responsible to stay out of the way of all traffic. The correct answer is option C. No one has the right of way in a crosswalk. Explanation. Crosswalk lines show pedestrians where to safely cross a road or street. Crosswalks may be marked by horizontal lines, vertical lines, or a combination of the two. You must always stop for pedestrians who are in a crosswalk. Question 9. Headlights must be used. Option A. After 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B. After 7 p.m. and before 6 a.m. Option C. After 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option D. From sunset to sunrise. The correct answer is option D. From sunset to sunrise. Explanation. Your vehicle's headlights must be activated between sunset and sunrise. Use headlights anytime you are driving under conditions that lower visibility. Question 10. Dim your high beam headlights when you are within blank of an oncoming vehicle. Option A. 200 feet. Option B. 400 feet. Option C. 500 feet. Option D. 300 feet. The correct answer is option C. 500 feet. Explanation. The glare of headlights from oncoming vehicles can cause the pupil of the eye to contract, restricting visibility. To protect other drivers when driving at night, change your headlights to their low beam setting within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Question 11. What is off-tracking? Option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Option B. When a vehicle's wheels all follow the exact same path. Option C. When a load shifts during a turn. Option D. When a vehicle's wheels run over a curb during a turn. The correct answer is option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Explanation. When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels. This is known as off-tracking or cheating. Question 12. When you need to brake, how can you warn drivers behind you? Option A. Tap on the brakes a couple of times. Option B. Stick your arm out the window. Option C. Swerve within your lane. Option D. Change lanes. The correct answer is option A. Tap on the brakes a couple of times. Explanation. To warn drivers behind you that you're about to slow down, it may be a good idea to first lightly tap your brake pedal a few times to make the brake lights flash. Question 13. A red and white triangular sign at an intersection means. Option A. Slow down if an emergency vehicle is approaching. Option B. Look both ways as you cross the intersection. Option C. Always come to a full stop at the intersection. Option D. Slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. The correct answer is option D. Slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. Explanation. A red and white downward-facing triangular sign is a yield sign. When approaching the sign, you should slow down and prepare to yield the right-of-way to any pedestrians or vehicles in the crossroad. You may need to come to a stop. Proceed through the intersection when the way is clear. Question 14. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a loading zone or another parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted yellow, it indicates the presence of a loading zone or another parking restriction. Question 15. If you are stopped by a police officer, you should. Option A, unbuckle your seat belt and lower your window. Option B, get your paperwork ready before the officer reaches your car. Option C, stay in your vehicle with your hands on the steering wheel and wait for the officer to approach you. Option D, get out of your car and walk toward the patrol car. The correct answer is option C. Stay in your vehicle with your hands on the steering wheel and wait for the officer to approach you. Explanation. If you are stopped by the police, keep your hands on the wheel and ask any passengers to keep their hands in view as well. You should remain in the vehicle unless the police officer asks you to get out. Wait until the officer asks you to retrieve your driver license, registration, and insurance cards. Question 16. When driving on a gravel or dirt road, you should. Option A, slow down. Option B, increase your speed. Option C, come to a complete stop. Option D, maintain your speed. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation: when driving on gravel or dirt, you need to slow down. It will take you much longer to stop on gravel or dirt than on a paved roadway, and it is much easier to skid when turning. Question 17. On a highway, drivers should signal blank before a turn. Option A, 500 feet. Option B, 300 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 50 feet. The correct answer is option of 500 feet. Explanation: when making a turn or lane change, be sure to alert other drivers to your intentions by using your turn signals. On the highway, you should signal at least 500 feet before the turn. Question 18. Parking lights may only be used. Option A, when a vehicle is parked. Option B, when visibility is poor. Option C, within 1 hour of sunset or sunrise. Option D, when a vehicle is being driven under the speed limit. The correct answer is option A, when a vehicle is parked. Explanation: you must use parking lights when parking your vehicle. Only use parking lights when your vehicle is not in motion. Question 19. When a funeral procession is present, blank has the right of way. Option A, another driver. Option B, a pedestrian. Option C, the funeral procession. Option D, a bicyclist. The correct answer is option C, the funeral procession. Explanation: drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists must yield the right of way to funeral processions. When the lead vehicle enters an intersection, the remaining vehicles and the funeral procession may follow through the intersection regardless of traffic control devices. Question 20. You may drive across a dashed white line. Option A, at any time. Option B, only during daylight hours. Option C, when it is safe to change lanes. Option D, only when passing a motorcycle. The correct answer is option C, when it is safe to change lanes. Explanation: traffic lanes moving in the same direction are separated by broken white lines. You may cross over dashed lines to pass, if it is safe to do so. Question 21. When entering a highway from a driveway or private road, you should: Option A, yield to the vehicle on your left. Option B, yield to the vehicle on your right. Option C, yield to all vehicles already on the roadway. Option D, turn on your headlights and proceed quickly without yielding. The correct answer is option A, yield to the vehicle on your left. Explanation: when entering a public highway from an alley, private road, or driveway, you must yield to traffic already on the roadway. Enter traffic when it is safe to do so. Question 22. When should you slow down and increase your following distance? Option A, when the road is wet. Option B, when your visibility is limited. Option C, when driving in heavy traffic. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, when the road is wet. Explanation: slow down and increase your following distance when the road is wet, when the road is crowded, and / or when your vision is limited. You should always be able to stop within the area you can see ahead of your car. Question 23. You should not start across an intersection if you know you will block the intersection when the light turns red. Option A, unless you are entering the intersection on a yellow light. Option B, unless you are entering the intersection on a green light. Option C, unless you are in a hurry. Option D, under any circumstances. The correct answer is option B, unless you are entering the intersection on a green light. Explanation: even if the signal is green, you must not enter an intersection unless you can get completely across before the light turns red. If you block the intersection, you can be cited. Question 24. An octagonal sign is always A. Option A, speed limit sign. Option B, stop sign. Option C, hospital sign. Option D, railroad warning sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation: octagonal signs are always stop signs. Come to a complete stop when approaching a red, 8-sided sign. Question 25. High beam headlights should be used at night. Option A, when following another vehicle. Option B, when meeting an oncoming vehicle. Option C, when driving in the open country where there are few other vehicles. Option D, when driving in areas covered by fog. The correct answer is option B, when meeting an oncoming vehicle. Explanation. High beam headlights should be used when you are driving through open country where few other vehicles are present. Dim your lights when closely following another vehicle, when meeting an oncoming vehicle, and when driving in fog. Question 26. When driving past a row of parked vehicles, you should: Option A, be prepared for a person or vehicle to unexpectedly enter your lane. Option B, expect all other drivers and pedestrians to respect your right-of-way. Option C, honk to alert drivers and pedestrians to your presence. Option D, pass quickly to avoid any pedestrians. The correct answer is option A. Be prepared for a person or vehicle to unexpectedly enter your lane. Explanation. Keep a space between your vehicle and parked vehicles. A person may step out of a parked vehicle or out from between the parked vehicles, or a vehicle may start to pull out suddenly. Drive with caution and be alert to the movements of pedestrians and other drivers. Question 27. When approaching a flashing yellow light, drivers should: Option A, increase their speed. Option B, come to a complete stop. Option C, turn on their headlights. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D, slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation. A flashing yellow light warns of a hazard. Slow down and proceed with caution. Question 28. If there are two railroad tracks next to each other, option A, it is always safe to proceed after one train passes. Option B, you must always stop before crossing the tracks. Option C, when one train passes, look for another train on the other track before proceeding. Option D, honk your horn as you cross the tracks. The correct answer is option C. When one train passes, look for another train on the other track before proceeding. Explanation. If there are two railroad tracks next to each other, watch for second approaching train after one train passes. Do not begin to cross the tracks until you're sure no train is approaching from either direction on either track. Question 29. In general, the body gets rid of almost blank per hour. Option A, 1 drink. Option B, 2 drinks. Option C, 3 drinks. Option D, 4 drinks. The correct answer is option A, 1 drink. Explanation. On average, a person's body can eliminate the alcohol content of about 1 drink per hour. Question 30. In which of the following situations should you increase your following distance? Option A, traffic is light. Option B, traffic is heavy. Option C, you are able to see the roadway through vehicles in front of you. Option D, there is pleasant and clear weather. The correct answer is option B. Traffic is heavy. Explanation. While a 2-second following distance is generally adequate, you should increase your following distance anytime conditions would require a longer stopping distance, such as when the pavement is slippery due to poor weather conditions. Additionally, you should increase your following distance at night if you cannot see through the vehicle ahead and when traffic is heavy. Question 31. When approaching a curve on a narrow road where your view is obstructed, it is best to: Option A, stop the car, get out, and walk around the curve to see what is there. Option B, rapidly turn your headlights on and off several times. Option C, sound your horn and stay close to the right edge of the road while proceeding carefully. Option D, speed up and get around the curve quickly. The correct answer is option C. Sound your horn and stay close to the right edge of the road while proceeding carefully. Explanation. Idaho's mountains can create special problems for drivers. If your view is obstructed while driving on a narrow road in the mountains and you are approaching a curve in the roadway, sound your horn and proceed carefully around the curve while remaining close to the right edge of the road. Question 32. When entering a turn, a rider should: Option A, speed up. Option B, reduce their speed. Option C, move their shoulders to match the angle of the turn. Option D, sit up as high as possible. The correct answer is option B, reduce their speed. Explanation. Before entering a turn, a motorcyclist should reduce their speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 33. When you are being passed from behind, you should: Option A, right in the center portion of the lane. Option B, right in the left portion of the lane. Option C, right in the right portion of the lane. Option D, right in any portion of the lane. The correct answer is option A, right in the center portion of the lane. Explanation: when you are being passed from behind, stay in the center portion of your lane. This will discourage the other driver from re-entering your lane before it is safe. Question 34. You may never park. Option A, on a one-way street. Option B, at the entrance of a building. Option C, in a crosswalk. Option D, within 50 feet of a fire hydrant. The correct answer is option C, in a crosswalk. Explanation: it is illegal to park, stop, or stand within a crosswalk. Parking is prohibited within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 35. Highway hypnosis is a driving condition that can result from: Option A, staring at the roadway for long periods of time. Option B, frequent rest stops. Option C, too much sleep the night before your trip. Option D, short trips on expressways. The correct answer is option A, staring at the roadway for long periods of time. Explanation: highway hypnosis happens when you stare straight ahead at the roadway for long periods of time and stop actively scanning ahead, behind, and around your vehicle. This can lead you to zone out, making you very likely to crash into traffic slowing or stopping ahead of you. Question 36. You must indicate your intention to turn at least blank before turning. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 50 feet. Option C, 200 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option A, 100 feet. Explanation: a hand or mechanical turn signal must be displayed for a minimum of 100 feet before a vehicle turns or changes lanes. The signal should be displayed for a longer distance when the vehicle is traveling at a high speed. Question 37. What helps a person sober up after consuming alcohol? Option A, only time. Option B, a cold shower. Option C, eating food. Option D, drinking coffee. The correct answer is option A, only time. Explanation: taking cold showers, drinking black coffee, or exercising will not make a person sober. Only time can minimize the effects of alcohol based on body weight, number of drinks, and food intake. Question 38. If parking near a fire hydrant, you may park no closer than blank from the fire hydrant. Option A, 15 feet. Option B, 10 feet. Option C, 5 feet. Option D, 1 foot. The correct answer is option B, 10 feet. Explanation: some municipal ordinances do not allow you to park in certain areas. Drivers may not park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 39. When approaching a yield sign, you, option A, have the right of way. Option B, must slow down and prepare to come to a complete stop. Option C, must come to a complete stop, even if there are no other vehicles or pedestrians nearby. Option D, should turn around. The correct answer is option B, must slow down and prepare to come to a complete stop. Explanation: you must slow down as you approach an intersection controlled by a yield sign. Yield the right of way to pedestrians and traffic by coming to a complete stop if necessary. If it is safe to do so, you may proceed past the yield sign without first coming to a complete stop. Question 40. If you begin to feel tired while driving, the best thing to do is to: Option A, get some coffee. Option B, open your window. Option C, stop driving. Option D, turn on the radio. The correct answer is option C, stop driving. Explanation: being fatigued while driving is similar in danger to driving under the influence of alcohol. If you begin to feel tired while driving, the best thing to do is to stop driving. Question 41. An anti-lock braking system ABS will: Option A, allow you to drive faster than you would be able to otherwise. Option B, allow you to follow other vehicles more closely than you would be able to otherwise. Option C, allow you to drive less carefully than you would be able to otherwise. Option D, not decrease your stopping distance. The correct answer is option D, not decrease your stopping distance. Explanation: Anti-lock braking systems ABS will help you to maintain control during hard braking. ABS will not necessarily shorten your stopping distance. Question 42. Larger vehicles have Option A, larger blind spots. Option B, smaller blind spots. Option C, no blind spots. Option D, the same blind spots as smaller vehicles. The correct answer is option A, larger blind spots. Explanation: the larger the vehicle, the larger the blind spots. Large trucks and SUVs have spots close to their rears that cannot be seen in their side or rear view mirrors. Question 43. If a traffic light at an intersection is broken or not functioning, you should: Option A, stop and wait for it to be repaired. Option B, stop and wait for a police officer to arrive. Option C, continue as if the intersection is a four-way stop. Option D, continue as you normally would. The correct answer is option C, continue as if the intersection is a four-way stop. Explanation: an intersection with a non-functioning traffic signal should be treated as a four-way stop. Question 44. To use the stab braking method, you should: Option A, apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up. Release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Option B, apply the brakes about halfway, but allow the wheels to keep rolling. Option C, apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up and the vehicle stops. Option D, apply the emergency brake until the vehicle starts to slow. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes completely until the wheels lock up. Release the brakes until the wheels start rolling, then repeat the process. Explanation: the stab braking method for emergency stops involves fully applying the brakes until they lock up. The brakes are then released until the wheels start rolling, and then the process is repeated. Question 45. At an intersection with a stop sign, you should stop and Option A, check your rearview mirror for cars tailgating. Option B, move when the vehicle ahead of you moves. Option C, look right first, then left, then right again. Option D, look left first, then right, then left again. The correct answer is option D. Look left first, then right, then left again. Explanation: when stopped at an intersection, you should first look to your left, as vehicles coming from the left are closer to you than vehicles coming from the right. Look to your right, then look to your left again, in case there are any vehicles coming from that direction that you did not see at first glance. Question 46. A yellow light that flashes on and off means: Option A, stop and look for other vehicles, then go if there is no traffic. Option B, stop and wait for a green light. Option C, speed up to clear the intersection quickly. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D, slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation: a flashing yellow traffic light means drivers should slow down and proceed with caution. Question 47. What does the tractor protection valve do? Option A, protects the tractor from being stolen. Option B, protects the tractor from exceeding a set speed. Option C, keeps air in the braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. Option D, ensures oil adequately lubricates the engine. The correct answer is option C, keeps air in the braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. Explanation: the tractor protection valve keeps air in the tractor or truck braking system should the trailer break away or develop a bad leak. Question 48. As you are driving on a two-lane highway, you approach a school bus that has stopped with its red lights flashing. You, Option A, may pass if the way is clear. Option B, may pass if a pedestrian indicates that the way is clear. Option C, may not pass until the school bus driver turns off the flashing lights and continues driving. Option D, must turn on your emergency flashers. The correct answer is option C, may not pass until the school bus driver turns off the flashing lights and continues driving. Explanation: drivers are required to stop for a stopped school bus when driving on a two-lane road, regardless of which direction they are traveling. Question 49. If you reach an intersection where you wish to turn but you are not in the proper lane, you should: Option A, quickly cut across traffic to make your turn. Option B, turn on your blinker and make the turn from your current lane. Option C, drive to the next intersection and make your turn then. Option D, safely change lanes then put your vehicle in reverse to go back to the intersection. The correct answer is option C, drive to the next intersection and make your turn then. Explanation: never make last-minute turns. If you reach an intersection where you wish to turn but you are not in the proper lane to make the turn, drive to the next intersection and then make the turn from the proper lane. Question 50. When towing a trailer, you must make sure that Option A, the trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the trailer hitch. Option B, the trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the vehicle's bumper. Option C, the trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle. Option D, the trailer hitch is equipped with a fail-safe latch. The correct answer is option C. The trailer has a safety chain securely attached to the frame of the towing vehicle. Explanation: your trailer must be equipped with safety chains. Safety chains must be attached to the frame of the towing vehicle and the trailer. They should not be connected to a part of the trailer hitch. Question 51. A driver entering public traffic from a driveway or private road. Option A, as the right-of-way. Option B, should yield to drivers already on the public road. Option C, may force their way into traffic. Option D, can assume that other drivers will change lanes to make room. The correct answer is option B, should yield to drivers already on the public road. Explanation: if you are entering traffic from a driveway or private road, you should yield to drivers already on the public road. Merge safely into traffic when you are able to do so. Question 52. The law gives blank the right-of-way at intersections. Option A, no one. Option B, drivers turning left. Option C, drivers going straight. Option D, drivers turning right. The correct answer is option D, drivers turning right. Explanation: the law does not give anyone the right-of-way at intersections. It only says who must yield. Even when one driver is legally required to yield the right-of-way, if they fail to do so, other drivers are still required to stop where yield is necessary to avoid a crash. Question 53. Before you leave a parking space that is parallel to the curb, you should: Option A, sound your horn. Option B, turn on your four-way flashers. Option C, look for traffic by turning your head. Option D, look for traffic by using only your inside rearview mirror. The correct answer is option C, look for traffic by turning your head. Explanation: before leaving a parking space to pull back into traffic, you should turn your head to look over your shoulder and check through the window for pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcyclists, and other vehicles that can become a hazard. Question 54. You must stop at an intersection when you see Option A, flashing red light. Option B, steady yellow light. Option C, yellow arrow. Option D, flashing yellow light. The correct answer is option A, flashing red light. Explanation: a flashing red traffic signal has the same meaning as a stop sign. At an intersection with a flashing red light, you must come to a complete stop, look both ways, and proceed only after the intersection is clear. Question 55. Parking uphill next to a curb on a two-way street requires: Option A, your steering wheel to be turned to the left. Option B, your steering wheel to be turned to the right. Option C, your right rear tire to be resting on the curb. Option D, that you leave your car 6 inches from the curb. The correct answer is option C, your right rear tire to be resting on the curb. Explanation: if you are parking uphill on the right side of a street that has a curb, turn your steering wheel to the left and let your car roll back so that the front right tire touches the curb. This way, if your brakes fail, your vehicle will not roll into traffic. Question 56. In Idaho, you may pass another vehicle in an intersection. Option A, under no circumstances. Option B, if a dashed yellow line is marked through the intersection. Option C, if a dashed yellow line and a solid yellow line are marked through the intersection. Option D, if there are no pavement markings in the intersection. The correct answer is option D, if there are no pavement markings in the intersection. Explanation: if a dashed yellow pavement marking continues up to and after an intersection, you may pass vehicles in the intersection. If there are no pavement markings in the intersection, or if there is a solid yellow line next to a dashed yellow line in the intersection, You may not pass in the intersection. Question 57. It is recommended that you take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to Option A, start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Option B, start in the center of the curve and stay there until you exit. Option C, weave between all three lane positions while taking a curve. Option D, start on the inside of the curve and stay there until you exit. The correct answer is option A. Start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Explanation. If there is no traffic present, it is recommended that riders take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to start the curve in the center of the lane and remain in the center throughout the curve. Be aware of changing road and traffic conditions and adjust as necessary. Question 58. Which of the following are used on some highways to direct drivers into the proper lanes for turning? Option A, flashing red lights. Option B, flashing yellow lights. Option C, white lines on the side of the road. Option D, white arrows in the middle of the lanes. The correct answer is option D, white arrows in the middle of the lanes. Explanation. Arrows may be used to indicate which lane should be used for specific purposes, such as driving straight or making a turn. Question 59. You must stop for a school bus. Option A, that is parked on the shoulder of the road with no one in it. Option D, when it approaches you, even if its lights are not flashing. Option C, if you are both driving on a two-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. Option D, whenever the driver waves at you. The correct answer is option C, if you are both driving on a two-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. Explanation. You must stop when approaching a school bus that is displaying flashing red lights while stopped to pick up or drop off children. On a two-lane road, traffic moving in both directions must stop and remain stopped as long as the red lights near the top of the bus are flashing and slash or the stop arm on the left side of the bus is extended. Question 60. When driving in a construction zone, you should be prepared. Option A, to stop. Option B, to change lanes. Option C, for unexpected movement from workers or equipment. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, to change lanes. Explanation. When you are in a construction and maintenance work area, be prepared to slow down or stop as you approach workers and equipment. Be prepared to change lanes. Be prepared to react to unexpected movements of workers and equipment. Question 61. Blind persons legally have the right of way when crossing the street when they are Option A, wearing light-colored clothing. Option B, led by a guide dog or using a white or metallic cane. Option C, helped by another person. Option D, wearing dark-colored glasses. The correct answer is option B, led by a guide dog or using a white or metallic cane. Explanation. Blind pedestrians who are being led by a guide dog or are using a white or metallic cane have the right-of-way at a marked or unmarked crosswalk, even if the traffic signals or other right-of-way rules are not in their favor. Question 62. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in thickly settled areas and business districts is Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is option C, 30 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless posted otherwise, your speed is not reasonable and proper if you drive at speeds faster than 30 miles per hour in thickly settled areas or business districts. Drivers should use extra caution when driving in an area with an increased likelihood of pedestrians entering traffic. Question 63. A regulatory sign containing a red circle with a slash through the middle indicates Option A, that drivers should come to a complete stop. Option B, that an action is forbidden. Option C, that some drivers should yield to other drivers. Option D, that drivers should drive under the speed limit. The correct answer is option B, that an action is forbidden. Explanation. Some regulatory signs prohibit certain actions. These signs are rectangular and white with red and black markings. A red circle and slash on top of a black symbol indicates that the specified action is forbidden. Question 64. A motorist approaching a bicyclist should, option A, speed up to pass them. Option B, proceed as usual. Option C, swerve into the opposite lane. Option D, exercise extreme caution. The correct answer is option A, speed up to pass them. Explanation: drivers should reduce their speed as they pass bicyclists, as air movement from a passing vehicle can easily affect a bicyclist's balance. Question 65. A red flashing traffic light has the same meaning as A. Option A, solid red light. Option B, stop sign. Option C, yield sign. Option D, caution sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation: a red flashing traffic signal has the same meaning as a stop sign. When approaching a red flashing signal, come to a complete stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. A stop sign may sometimes also be posted where the signal is located. Question 66. Pennant-shaped signs indicate: option A, school zones. Option B, no passing zones. Option C, speed limits. Option D, railroad crossings. The correct answer is option B, no passing zones. Explanation: pennant-shaped signs usually indicate no passing zones. Text will also be on the sign to confirm that it is a no passing zone. Question 67. Making eye contact with other drivers. Option A means that they see you. Option B guarantees that they will yield to you. Option C doesn't mean that they see you. Option D is not worth the effort it takes. The correct answer is option B, guarantees that they will yield to you. Explanation: you should not rely on eye contact to guarantee that a driver will yield to you. It is not uncommon for a driver to look directly at a motorcyclist and still fail to actually notice them. Question 68. Headlights must be turned on. Option A, at sunset. Option B, in inclement weather. Option C, whenever you use your wipers. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, at sunset. Explanation: you must use your headlights at night and at other times when it is difficult to see. You are required to use headlights during inclement weather, including any time when you use your windshield wipers as a result of the weather. At sunset, you should turn your headlights on. Question 69. If traffic prevents you from crossing all the way across a set of railroad tracks, you may proceed only when: option A, an approaching train is not moving fast enough to be a danger. Option B, there is room for your entire vehicle on the other side. Option C, at least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Option D, no trains are in sight. The correct answer is option C, at least one half of your vehicle can cross the tracks. Explanation: you must not, under any circumstances, attempt to cross railroad tracks unless you are certain that your entire vehicle will clear all of the tracks. If other traffic prevents you from going fully across, wait and cross only when there's room. Question 70. Defensive driving is: option A, driving aggressively. Option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Option C, more dangerous than not driving defensively. Option D, a bad idea. The correct answer is option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Explanation: defensive driving is using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. This means that you alter your driving to fit the weather conditions, the way you feel, and the actions of other drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians. Question 71. If you are being passed by a large truck, you should: option A, speed up. Option B, slightly reduce your speed. Option C, crowd the truck. Option D, make it more difficult for the truck to pass you. The correct answer is option A, speed up. Explanation: when a truck passes you, help the truck driver by keeping to the far side of your lane. You'll make it easier for the truck driver to pass safely if you slightly reduce your speed. Don't speed up while a truck is passing your vehicle. Question 72. When approaching a roundabout, you should always: option A, increase your speed. Option B, maintain your speed. Option C, decrease your speed. Option D, come to a complete stop. The correct answer is option D, come to a complete stop. Explanation. When approaching a roundabout, slow down. A roundabout is designed to be driven at a low speed. If there are no other vehicles or pedestrians already within the roundabout, you may not need to come to a complete stop before entering. Question 73. Hydraulic brakes can fail due to Option A, a loss of pressure. Option B, cold weather. Option C, driving uphill for long periods of time. Option D, grooves in the roadway. The correct answer is option A, a loss of pressure. Explanation. Failure of hydraulic brakes is often caused by a loss of hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic brakes may also fade because of overuse on a long downgrade. Question 74. When parking a double or triple vehicle, Option A, you should back into your parking spot. Option B, you should park on the roadway. Option C, you should park in a location where you can pull forward to exit. Option D, you should ask people to move their vehicles. The correct answer is option A. You should back into your parking spot. Explanation. When parking a double or triple, you should select a parking spot where you can pull forward when leaving. Be aware of the arrangement of the parking lot to avoid the need for a long and difficult exit. Question 75. If an approaching driver is using their high beam headlights, you should Option A. Look directly at the headlights. Option B. Flash your high beam lights to remind the driver to switch to their low beams. Option C. Look to the right side of your lane until the vehicle has passed. Option D. Pull to the side of the road until the vehicle has passed. The correct answer is option D. Pull to the side of the road until the vehicle has passed. Explanation. If a vehicle is coming toward you while using its high beam headlights, glance away from the headlights and toward the right side of the road until the vehicle has passed. This will keep you from being blinded by the lights. Question 76. Before turning, you should Option A. Use your signal. Option B. Turn the wheel. Option C. Increase your speed. Option D. Change lanes. The correct answer is option B. Turn the wheel. Explanation. To complete a turn safely, you should activate your turn signal 3 to 4 seconds before your turn. Question 77. To check your blind spot when changing lanes to the left, you should glance. Option A. Over your right shoulder. Option B. At your side mirror. Option C. Over your left shoulder. Option D. At your rearview mirror. The correct answer is option C. Over your left shoulder. Explanation. To check your blind spot, glance over your shoulder in the direction that you want to move. Question 78. When entering a curve, you should Option A. Get off the roadway. Option B. Use the shoulder. Option C. Downshift. Option D. Take the vehicle out of gear. The correct answer is option C. Downshift. Explanation. It is important to take turns and curves at a safe speed. You should always downshift before entering a curve. Question 79. If driving in a foggy area, you should not. Option A. Decrease your speed. Option B. Increase your speed. Option C. Use your low beam headlights. Option D. Turn on your four-way flashers. The correct answer is option C. Use your low beam headlights. Explanation. It is safest not to drive in foggy areas. However, if you must drive through fog, you should slow down, use your low beam headlights and fog lights, and turn on your four-way flashers. Question 80. A single dashed white line on a multi-lane road means Option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions. Option B. Passing is permitted into a lane directly next to the dashed white line. Option C. Passing is prohibited. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions. Explanation. Single dashed lines separate lanes of travel where changing lanes is not restricted. White lines separate lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. Question 81. When driving on roads that may be slippery, Option A. Always drive at the maximum speed limit. Option B. Use cruise control to maintain a steady speed. Option C. Reduce your following distance. Option D. Do not make any sudden changes in speed or direction. The correct answer is option D. Do not make any sudden changes in speed or direction. Explanation. You should avoid making any sudden changes in speed or direction when driving on a slippery surface. Reduce your speed on slippery roads and do not use cruise control. Question 82. Which of the following is not a backing maneuver that you will be asked to perform during the basic control skills test? Option A, straight line backing. Option B, offset back/right. Option C, offset back/left. Option D, blind offset. The correct answer is option A, straight line backing. Explanation. Backing maneuvers that may be included in the basic vehicle control skills test include straight line backing, offset back/right, offset back/left, driver side parallel parking, conventional parallel parking, and alley docking. Question 83. You may not park within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 150 feet. The correct answer is option C, 50 feet. Explanation. Drivers should never park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Drivers should only park where it is legal to do so and where drivers from both directions can clearly see the stopped vehicle. Question 84. Road rage and aggressive driving may be reduced by Option A, allowing extra travel time. Option B, obeying posted speed limits. Option C, using proper turn signals. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, obeying posted speed limits. Explanation. As an increasing number of drivers populate the roadways, road rage becomes more prevalent. To help prevent road rage, a driver should use proper turn signals, obey posted speed limits, and allow plenty of travel time. Question 85. Passing is prohibited. Option A, when you are approaching a school bus that has stopped to load passengers. Option B, on hills where your vision is restricted. Option C, within 100 feet of an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, within 100 feet of an intersection. Explanation. Passing is prohibited within 100 feet of an intersection unless otherwise indicated by traffic control devices. You may not pass on hills, in curves, or where other obstructions on two-lane roads would prevent you from seeing oncoming vehicles. Never pass a school bus that is stopped to load or unload passengers. Question 86. You may not park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 10 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 100 feet. The correct answer is option A, 10 feet. Explanation. There are many areas where a driver cannot park. You may not park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 87. You may not pass other vehicles within blank of a bridge, viaduct, or tunnel. Option A, 200 feet. Option B, 100 feet. Option C, 500 feet. Option D, 350 feet. The correct answer is option B, 100 feet. Explanation. Drivers may not pass other vehicles within 100 feet of a bridge, viaduct, tunnel, railroad crossing, or intersection. Drivers should only pass where they may legally and safely do so. Question 88. You are driving at night and another vehicle is approaching from the opposite direction. Your headlights, option A, should be on their high beam setting. Option B, should be on their low beam setting. Option C, should be off. Use your parking lights. Option D, may be on either their high or low beam setting. The correct answer is option D, may be on either their high or low beam setting. Explanation. Do not use your high beam headlights when approaching or following another vehicle at night. Switch to the low beam setting to ensure the safety of everyone on the road. Question 89. When checking the engine compartment, you should check all of the following, except option A, the engine oil level. Option B, the coolant level in the radiator. Option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Option D, the fuel level. The correct answer is option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Explanation. When inspecting your vehicle's engine compartment, be sure to check the oil level, the radiator coolant level, and the condition of the hoses, the power steering fluid level, and the condition of the hoses, if applicable. the windshield washer fluid level, the battery connections, fluid level, and tie downs, the automatic transmission fluid level, and the condition and tightness of the belts. Additionally, check for any leaks in the engine compartment and cracked or worn electrical wiring insulation. Question 90. Which of the following statements is true? Option A. Signal at least 100 feet before changing lanes to pass and ensure there is no oncoming traffic. Option B. Use your mirrors and look over your left shoulder to check your blind spot when passing to the left. Option C. When passing, wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. When passing, wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Explanation. When passing, you must always signal at least 100 feet in advance of your lane change. Always check behind you in your mirrors and look over your shoulder to check your blind spot. Wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Question 91. How far from the steering wheel should a driver sit? Option A. 5 inches. Option B. 7 to 9 inches. Option C. 10 inches. Option D. 12 to 15 inches. The correct answer is option D, 12 to 15 inches. Explanation. If your vehicle has an airbag, you should be at least 12 to 15 inches away from the steering wheel. Don't move your seat so far forward that you can't steer properly. Question 92. What is another name for the service line? Option A, control line. Option B, exchange line. Option C, surplus line. Option D, parallel line. The correct answer is option A, control line. Explanation. The service line, also called the control line or signal line, carries air to the trailer brakes and is controlled by the foot brake or trailer hand brake. Question 93. The two indicators that determine when you should upshift are option A, engine speed and road speed. Option B, other trucks and road conditions. Option C, timing and road position. Option D, oil pressure and air brake pressure. The correct answer is option A, engine speed and road speed. Explanation. There are two indicators that determine when you need to shift into a higher gear. One indicator is the engine speed RPM. You should read your vehicle's manual to learn its RPM range and shift up when you reach the top of that range. The other indicator is road speed MPH. You should learn which speeds each gear can accommodate, then keep an eye on the speedometer and shift up as needed. Question 94. Drivers should use their low beam headlights. Option A, when driving in fog, dust, or rain. Option B, when following closely behind another vehicle at night. Option C, within 500 feet of an approaching vehicle when driving at night. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, within 500 feet of an approaching vehicle when driving at night. Explanation. Use low beam headlights when driving at night and following closely behind another vehicle or within 500 feet of a vehicle approaching from the opposite direction. Use low beam headlights when driving in fog, rain, dust, sleet, or snow. Question 95. To check your blind spot before changing lanes. Option A, look into the left side mirror. Option B, look into the right side mirror. Option C, look into the rearview mirror. Option D, look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. The correct answer is option D, look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. Explanation. To check your blind spot before changing lanes, you should look over your shoulder in the direction that you plan to move. Question 96. This green arrow on a lane use control signal means option A, you may use this lane. Option B, no traffic is allowed in this lane. Option C, you have the right of way. Option D, you must merge into this lane. The correct answer is option A, you may use this lane. Explanation. A steady downward green arrow over a traffic lane means you may use the lane indicated. Question 97. Regarding winter driving, all of the following are true, except option A, front tires should have a tread depth of at least 4/32 an inch. Option B, tires should be slightly deflated. Option C, rear tires should have a tread depth of at least 2/32 an inch. Option D, Use a gauge to verify that each tire has a safe tread depth. The correct answer is option A. Front tires should have a tread depth of at least 4/32 an inch. Explanation. When riding during the winter, it is particularly important that your tires have adequate tread. You need a tread depth of at least 4/32 of an inch in every major groove on the front tires, and at least 2/32 of an inch on the back tires. Check the tread depths by using a gauge. Question 98. If you are driving at night and are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet past the rear of your vehicle, you should attach blank to the rearmost point of the load. Option A, a red flag. Option B, a yellow reflector. Option C, a red light. Option D, a white flashing light. The correct answer is option C, a red light. Explanation. At night, if you are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, you are required to attach a burning red light to the rearmost point of the load. The light must be visible for at least 500 feet. Question 99. If your front tire goes flat while you are riding, option A, the steering will feel heavy. Option B, the steering will feel loose. Option C, there will be no change in the steering. Option D, the ride will feel too smooth. The correct answer is option A. The steering will feel heavy. Explanation. If the front tire of a motorcycle fails, it will cause the steering to feel heavy. If your steering feels heavy, immediately exit the road and inspect your tires. Question 100. If being tailgated while driving a large vehicle, you should do all of the following, except option A, reduce your speed gradually. Option B, increase your following distance. Option C, speed up. Option D, try to let the other vehicle pass. The correct answer is option C, speed up. Explanation. If you are being tailgated, avoid making quick changes in speed and open up your following distance. This will make it easier for the tailgater to pass you. Increasing your speed is not a good idea because the driver may continue to tailgate you at the higher speed, only increasing the danger. Question 101. When driving a vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should, option A, stop harder than you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. Option B, use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Option C, brake as you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. Option D, brake with less force than you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. The correct answer is option C, brake as you would in a vehicle not equipped with ABS. Explanation. When driving a tractor-trailer combination that is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should brake in the same manner that you would if the vehicle was not equipped with ABS. Question 102. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A green arrow, option A, is used only on one-way streets. Option B has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option C means that you may proceed, but only if the green arrow is accompanied by a circular green light. Option D points the way to an airport. The correct answer is option B. Has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic must turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Explanation. A green arrow has the same meaning as a circular green traffic light, but traffic in the indicated lane must turn in the direction shown by the arrow. Question 103. A single broken yellow line down the center of a two-lane road indicates that option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and operators are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation. Yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Dashed lines indicate that operators directly next to the line are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Question 104. An in-school zone sign indicates option A, that the speed limit is 20 miles per hour. Option B, the beginning of a reduced speed zone. Option C, the increased possibility of encountering pedestrians. Option D, the end of a reduced speed zone. The correct answer is option D, the end of a reduced speed zone. Explanation: do not exceed the school zone speed limit during indicated times. The end of a reduced speed school zone will be indicated by an end school zone regulatory sign. Question 105. If another car is in danger of hitting you, you should: Option A, sound your horn. Option B, wave your arms. Option C, use your emergency lights. Option D, flash your headlights. The correct answer is option A, sound your horn. Explanation: your horn should be used to warn other drivers or pedestrians in situations where they may not see you. For example, if you think another driver is about to hit you, you should sound your horn. Question 106. An orange and red triangular sign on a vehicle always means: Option A, the vehicle has the right of way. Option B, shoulder work ahead. Option C, the vehicle is broken. Option D, slow moving vehicle. The correct answer is option D, slow-moving vehicle. Explanation: slow-moving vehicles, such as farm tractors, road maintenance vehicles, and animal-drawn carts, display an orange and red triangle on the back. Question 107. When two vehicles enter an intersection from different highways at the same time, which vehicle must yield the right-of-way? Option A, either one. Option D, the vehicle on the left. Option C, the vehicle on the right. Option D, neither. The correct answer is option C, the vehicle on the right. Explanation: at intersections that are controlled by signs or signals and at intersections that are uncontrolled, the driver on the left must yield the right-of-way to the driver on the right when two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time. Question 108. How can a driver help prevent accidents during long trips? Option A, stop every couple of hours to rest. Option B, avoid medication that may cause drowsiness. Option C, set a limit of 300 minus 400 miles of driving per day. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, set a limit of 300 minus 400 miles of driving per day. Explanation: drivers making long trips can help prevent accidents from drowsy driving by stopping every couple of hours to stretch and rest. They should set a limit of 300 minus 400 miles driven per day. Before beginning a trip, drivers should get a good night's rest and avoid taking any medication that may make them drowsy. Question 109. On average, the human body can dispose of the alcohol in a 12-ounce beer in about: Option A, 1 hour. Option B, 1 day. Option C, 5 minutes. Option D, 5 hours. The correct answer is option A, 1 hour. Explanation: on average, it takes the body about 1 hour to remove the alcohol content of 12 ounces of beer or wine coolers, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of hard liquor. In a 150-pound male, one of these drinks will raise the blood alcohol content BAC by about 0.02%. The removal of alcohol from the body may be slower in women, resulting in a higher BAC over a longer period of time. Question 110. Your license will be suspended if you accumulate blank points in a period of 12 months. Option A, 12 or more. Option B, 10 or more. Option C, 15 or more. Option D, 20 or more. The correct answer is option A, 12 or more. Explanation: points are added to your driving record when you are convicted of a traffic violation. Accumulating 12 or more points in a 12-month period, or 18 points in a 24-month period, results in a mandatory suspension or revocation of driving privileges. Question 111. When should drivers use hand-over-hand steering? Option A, when turning the steering wheel during normal driving activity. Option B, when anti-lock brakes are engaged. Option C, when turning at low speeds. Option D, when backing or when momentarily turning on blinkers, the radio, or windshield wipers. The correct answer is option C, when turning at low speeds. Explanation: use hand-over-hand steering when turning at low speeds, such as when turning at an intersection or when parking your vehicle. Regarding the steering wheel as a clock face, your left hand should grasp the wheel between 8 and 9 o'clock, and your right hand should grasp the wheel between 3 and 4 o'clock. Question 112. What does this hand signal mean? Option A, slow or stop. Option B, left turn. Option C, right turn. Option D, backing up. The correct answer is option A, slow or stop. Explanation. Instead of or in addition to mechanical turn signals, operators may use hand signals to indicate turns or stops. If an operator's left arm is bent at the elbow and pointing downward, it means the operator plans to slow down or stop. Question 113. If two vehicles arrive to a four-way stop at the same time, option A, the vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Option D, the vehicle on the right must yield to the vehicle on the left. Option C, drivers must make hand motions to communicate with each other. Option D, one driver should proceed without stopping. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Explanation. In general, vehicles at a four-way stop should proceed in the order that they arrive. However, if two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the left must yield the right-of-way to the vehicle on the right. Question 114. The first thing affected after drinking alcohol is a person's. Option A, vision. Option B, balance. Option C, speech. Option D, judgment. The correct answer is option D, judgment. Explanation. The consumption of alcohol first affects the portion of the brain that controls a person's judgment. Your judgment must remain intact for you to be a safe driver. You cannot be a safe driver after consuming alcohol. Question 115. Don't follow other cars too closely because option A, you may not see the road between the cars. Option D, you may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Option C, you may not see the vehicle's turn signals. Option D, you may not see the other vehicle's brake lights. The correct answer is option B. You may not have time to stop if the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly. Explanation. If you follow too closely and the vehicle in front of you slows or stops suddenly, you may not have enough time to avoid a collision. Question 116. A vehicle displaying a slow-moving vehicle emblem cannot drive faster than option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 15 miles per hour. Option C, 20 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D, 30 miles per hour. Explanation. An orange and red triangular sign indicates a slow-moving vehicle. A vehicle displaying one of these signs cannot be driven faster than 30 miles per hour. Question 117. Regulatory signs are usually blank and should always be obeyed. Option A, white. Option B, blue. Option C, green. Option D, orange. The correct answer is option A, white. Explanation. Regulatory signs regulate the movement of traffic. They are usually white with black markings and must always be obeyed by motorists. Question 118. If involved in an accident, a driver should, option A, stop their vehicle at or near the scene. Option B, not stand or walk in traffic lanes. Option C, turn off the ignitions of wrecked vehicles. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, not stand or walk in traffic lanes. Explanation. If you are involved in an accident, you must stop at or near the scene. Move your vehicle out of the way of traffic, if possible. Do not stand or walk in traffic lanes as you could be struck by another vehicle. Turn off the ignitions of wrecked vehicles. Question 119. Which statement about speed is true? Option A. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. Option B. Speeding can kill. Option C. Speeding is not dangerous if you are a skilled driver. Option D. Both driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous and speeding can kill. The correct answer is option A. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. Explanation. As speed increases, the chance of a fatality increases. If you are moving faster than 80 miles per hour, you have almost no chance of living through a crash. Driving more slowly than other traffic can also be dangerous because other motorists may become impatient and make dangerous moves to pass you. Question 120. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates fire zone parking restrictions. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option D, red. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted red, it indicates fire zone parking restrictions. Question 121. It is against the law to park within blank feet of a fire hydrant. Option A, 10. Option B, 15. Option C, 20. Option D, 25. The correct answer is option 10. Explanation. It is against the law to park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 122. If your bus's anti-lock braking system ABS stops working, option A, you will not have any working brakes. Option B, the brakes will react more slowly than usual. Option C, you will still have normal braking power. Option D, you should not brake. The correct answer is option C. You will still have normal braking power. Explanation. If its anti-lock braking system ABS is not working, a vehicle will still retain its normal braking power. The driver should continue to drive and brake in a normal fashion. Question 123. Be sure you are always driving so your vehicle can stop. Option A, within 10 feet of your current position. Option B, within 1,000 feet of your current position. Option C, within your view of the road ahead. Option D, immediately. The correct answer is option C, within your view of the road ahead. Explanation. Always be sure that you are driving in a manner that will allow your vehicle to come to a complete stop, if necessary, within the area of the road ahead that you are able to see. Question 124. Which is not a factor in determining the distance that it takes to stop your vehicle? Option A, steering ability. Option B, braking distance. Option C, reaction distance. Option D, perception time. The correct answer is option B, braking distance. Explanation. The distance required to stop your vehicle depends on perception time, reaction distance, and braking distance. This changes with speed and road conditions. Question 125. What color are pavement markings that separate traffic lanes moving in opposite direction? Option A, yellow. Option B, white. Option C, yellow and white. Option D, yellow, white, and black. The correct answer is option A, yellow. Explanation. Yellow lines are used in the center of the road to separate lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. Question 126. When driving on packed snow, you should reduce your speed. Option A, by at least 1/2. Option B, by about 1/3. Option C, by about 1/4. Option D, by about 1/8. The correct answer is option A, by at least 1/2. Explanation. When driving on packed snow, you should reduce your speed by 1/2 or more. It can be difficult to stop or turn when operating on a slippery surface, so you must adjust your speed to drive safely under such conditions. Question 127. Highway markings, option A, are usually not important. Option B, are only found in construction zones. Option C, provide information for drivers. Option D, are usually red and blue in color. The correct answer is option C, provide information for drivers. Explanation. Highway markings provide information for drivers. Markings help drivers correctly position their vehicles on roadways, inform drivers of safe passing zones, and warn drivers about upcoming conditions. Question 128. You may drive in a high occupancy vehicle HOV lane if option A, you are driving faster than the flow of traffic. Option B, you are driving more slowly than the flow of traffic. Option C, your vehicle has multiple occupants. Option D, you are trying to get somewhere quickly. The correct answer is option C. Your vehicle has multiple occupants. Explanation. Some highways reserve the left lane for vehicles with multiple occupants. These high occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are identified by signs and diamond pavement symbols. Question 129. When driving on an interstate, option A, stop on the shoulder of the road if you are tired. Option B, you should always use cruise control. Option C, signal, check mirrors, and check blind spots before changing lanes. Option D, You should change lanes often. The correct answer is option C. Signal, check mirrors, and check blind spots before changing lanes. Explanation. Signal, check your mirrors, and check your blind spot before changing lanes or passing on an interstate. Only stop on the shoulder of the interstate in the case of an emergency and change lanes as infrequently as possible. Cruise control should not be used in heavy traffic or under poor weather conditions. Question 130. The most important thing to remember when backing a car is to: option A, look carefully behind your vehicle and yield to other vehicles and pedestrians. Option B, keep one foot on the brake while backing. Option C, only rely on the rearview mirror while backing. Option D, keep both hands on the steering wheel. The correct answer is option A. Look carefully behind your vehicle and yield to other vehicles and pedestrians. Explanation. Before backing up, you should turn to look directly through the rear window to check for hazards. Do not rely only on your mirrors. You should look left and right and yield to any vehicles, bicyclists, or pedestrians. Question 131. What are the colors of warning signs indicating upcoming hazards? Option A, black letters or symbols on a white background. Option B, black letters or symbols on a yellow background. Option C, white letters or symbols on a blue background. Option D, white letters or symbols on a green background. The correct answer is option B, black letters or symbols on a yellow background. Explanation. Warning signs that indicate approaching hazards are usually yellow with black lettering or symbols. Warning signs in work zones are orange with black lettering or symbols. Question 132. As you enter an intersection, the traffic light turns yellow. You should: option A, stop and back up. Option B, accelerate. Option C, stop as quickly as possible. Option D, cautiously pass through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, stop and back up. Explanation. When a traffic light turns yellow, approaching drivers must slow down and stop. If you are already within the intersection, or are so close to the intersection that you cannot stop safely, you may proceed through the intersection with extreme caution. Question 133. When passing on a multi-lane highway, option A, be sure the passing lane is clear. Option B, pass only on the right. Option C, watch for oncoming traffic. Option D, there is no need to signal. The correct answer is option A. Be sure the passing lane is clear. Explanation. Before passing, you must make sure the passing lane is clear and give the proper turn signal to show you are going to change lanes. Question 134. Road rage is: option A, merely an inconvenience. Option B, a criminal offense. Option C, an acceptable response to bad drivers. Option D, annoying, but not dangerous. The correct answer is option B, a criminal offense. Explanation. Road rage is a criminal offense. If a minor traffic incident escalates into a far more serious situation, the drivers involved may face legal repercussions. Question 135. When driving in snowy or icy conditions, you should: option A, decrease your speed. Option B, increase your speed. Option C, never come to a complete stop. Option D, decrease your following distance. The correct answer is option D, decrease your following distance. Explanation. Reduce your speed when roads are snow-covered or icy. Doing this and increasing your following distance while traveling on slippery roads are the best things you can do to avoid crashes and collisions. Question 136. You must pull over to the edge of the road and allow an emergency vehicle to pass. Option A, regardless of your direction. Option B, only if it is following you. Option C, only if it is approaching you from the opposite direction. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option C, only if it is approaching you from the opposite direction. Explanation. You must pull over to the right edge of the road and stop for an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, regardless of whether it is approaching you from behind or from the opposite direction. Question 137. You come to an intersection with a flashing red light. You must: option A, slow down and drive carefully through the intersection. Option B, turn either right or left, since the road is blocked ahead. Option C, Stop at the intersection and wait for a flashing green light. Option D. Stop at the intersection, then proceed as traffic allows. The correct answer is option C. Stop at the intersection and wait for a flashing green light. Explanation. A flashing red light means that you must come to a full stop and then proceed when the way is clear. Question 138. Your tire blows out while you are driving. You should, option A, slam on your brakes. Option B, hold your steering wheel tightly and slow to a stop. Option C, keep driving normally. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers and continue driving. The correct answer is option A. Slam on your brakes. Explanation. If you experience a tire blowout, do not immediately apply the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly and steer to remain in your traffic lane. Reduce your speed gradually by releasing the accelerator and staying off the brakes. Once you are moving very slowly, apply the brakes lightly and pull off the road into a safe area. Question 139. How far ahead of their vehicle should drivers scan the entire driving scene? Option A, 10 seconds ahead. Option B, 2 seconds ahead. Option C, as far ahead as possible. Option D, 5 seconds ahead. The correct answer is option C, as far ahead as possible. Explanation. Scan the road as far ahead of your vehicle as possible. Scanning the road ahead helps you identify potential hazards before encountering them and may help you avoid making last-second moves. Question 140. Which of the following about winter driving is not true? Option A. Winter is the most difficult driving season. Option B. Checking your vehicle's antifreeze and windshield washer fluid levels is especially important during the winter. Option C. Using cruise control in winter weather is a safe thing to do. Option D. It is best to use snow tires on your vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Winter is the most difficult driving season. Explanation. You should not use cruise control on snow, in rain, in fog, or under similar hazardous conditions. Winter is the most difficult driving season and requires extra caution from drivers. It is important to consistently check your antifreeze and windshield washer fluid levels. Using snow tires can increase a vehicle's traction on the surface of slippery roads. Question 141. When entering a street from a driveway, you, option A, must drive slowly to allow approaching vehicles and pedestrians time to get out of your way. Option B, must honk your horn so approaching vehicles and pedestrians know to give you room. Option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Option D, can disregard any pedestrians if there is no sidewalk. The correct answer is option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Explanation. Always stop before entering the roadway from a driveway and yield to any approaching vehicles or crossing pedestrians. The stop should be made before crossing the sidewalk area. Failure to stop is unlawful. Question 142. When testing a parking brake, the vehicle should, option A, not be running. Option B, be placed in a low gear while the driver attempts to pull forward. Option C, be inspected by a professional mechanic. Option D, be driven while the parking brake is applied. The correct answer is option D, be driven while the parking brake is applied. Explanation. To test the parking brake, you should fasten your safety belt, set the parking brake for the power unit, release the trailer parking brake if applicable, place the vehicle in low gear, and attempt to pull forward against the parking brake. If the parking brake does not hold while you are attempting to pull forward against it, the brake is faulty and must be fixed. Question 143. If you are unable to get a good view of cross traffic when stopped at an intersection controlled by a stop sign, you should, option A, wait 5 seconds, then proceed. Option B, sound your horn before proceeding. Option C, put down your windows, listen for traffic, and then proceed. Option D, pull forward slowly, check for traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when clear. The correct answer is option D. Pull forward slowly, check for traffic and pedestrians, and proceed when clear. Explanation. When stopped at a stop sign where you cannot see cross traffic, yield to any pedestrians, and then carefully pull forward past the stop line until you can see clearly. Check for traffic and pedestrians. Go ahead when the intersection is clear. Question 144. You may not park within blank of a crosswalk. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 35 feet. Option D, 45 feet. The correct answer is option A, 20 feet. Explanation. Drivers should not park within 20 feet of a crosswalk. Drivers should only park where it is legal to do so and where other drivers can clearly see their stopped vehicle. Question 145. A driver may park in a space reserved for people with disabilities if the vehicle displays the proper license plates. Option A, regardless of who is in the vehicle. Option B, and only if the driver is disabled. Option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Option D, and someone in the driver's immediate family is disabled. The correct answer is option C, and is carrying the disabled person named on the registration. Explanation. To park in a space reserved for people with disabilities, the vehicle must be in operation to transport the disabled person named on the registration or permit. Question 146. What does a lane use control signal with a flashing yellow X indicate? Option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Option B. The signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C. Drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D. Drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option C. Drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Explanation. Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a flashing yellow X, drivers may only use that lane to complete a left turn. Question 147. When driving a tractor-trailer equipped with ABS, you should: Option A. Stop harder than you would otherwise. Option B. Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Option C. Brake as you normally would. Option D. Brake using less pressure than you would otherwise use. The correct answer is option B. Use extra braking force to ensure the ABS kicks in. Explanation. When driving a tractor-trailer combination equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS, you should brake in the same manner that you would in a vehicle without ABS. Question 148. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway? Option A. Yellow with black letters. Option B. Black with white letters. Option C. Red with white letters. Option D. Green with white letters. The correct answer is option D. Green with white letters. Explanation. Signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols. Question 149. When traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical, the red light is: Option A, on the right. Option B, in the middle. Option C, on the left. Option D, on a separate traffic signal. The correct answer is option A, on the right. Explanation. In some metropolitan areas, traffic lights are horizontal instead of vertical. On these signals, the red light is on the left, the yellow light is in the middle, and the green light is on the right. Question 150. The correct way to use a freeway exit ramp is to: Option A, slow down before entering the exit ramp. Option B, slow down once moving onto the exit ramp. Option C, keep your speed constant once in the exit ramp. Option D, pass slower traffic in the exit ramp. The correct answer is option A, slow down before entering the exit ramp. Explanation. When using a freeway exit ramp, do not slow down until you move onto the exit ramp. Question 151. A properly adjusted flat mirror should allow the driver to see: Option A, the rear tires touching the ground. Option B, the front tires touching the ground. Option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Option D, the front bumper. The correct answer is option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Explanation. Properly adjusted flat mirrors on a school bus should allow the driver to see 200 feet behind the bus, the base of each rear wheel, and the sides of the bus. Question 152. If using air tanks with manually operated drains, how often should you drain the tanks? Option A, every day. Option B, once a week. Option C, once a month. Option D, once every 3,000 miles. The correct answer is option A, every day. Explanation: to prevent the buildup of oil and water in a vehicle's air tanks, manually operated air tank drains should be used at the end of each day of driving. Question 153. The sign with the shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone. Option B, wrong way. Option C, railroad crossing. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation: pennant-shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 154. Never park a vehicle. Option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Option B, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection. Option C, within 30 feet of any flashing signal located on the side of the roadway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, in front of a public or private driveway. Explanation: there are a number of locations where it is prohibited to stop or park your vehicle. Among these locations are in front of a public or private driveway, within 20 feet of a crosswalk, and within 30 feet of any stop sign, flashing signal, yield sign, or other traffic control device located on the side of the roadway. Question 155. When backing, it is best to: option A, rely only on the passenger side mirror. Option B, try to back up quickly. Option C, turn toward the passenger side whenever possible. Option D, use a helper, if possible. The correct answer is option D, use a helper, if possible. Explanation: if you must drive in reverse, you should back up slowly and use the mirrors on both sides of your vehicle. Use a helper to monitor your blind spots whenever possible. You and the helper should agree on a signal for stop. Question 156. A traffic light displaying a green arrow and a red light means that: option A, you may only drive straight ahead. Option B, you may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Option C, you must wait for a solid green light to proceed in any direction. Option D, vehicles moving in any direction must stop. The correct answer is option B, you may drive only in the direction of the green arrow. Explanation: if a green arrow is shown with a red light, you can only drive in the direction of the arrow and only if the intersection is clear. Question 157. In a normal turn, option A, lean your motorcycle more than your body. Option B, lean your motorcycle and your body at the same angle. Option C, do not lean. Option D, lean your body more than your motorcycle. The correct answer is option B, lean your motorcycle and your body at the same angle. Explanation: in a normal turn, the motorcycle and rider should lean at the same angle. In slow, tight turns, the rider should counterbalance the motorcycle by keeping their body straight up while the motorcycle leans. Question 158. When backing up, you should: option A, rely only on your mirrors. Option B, look over your shoulder through the rear window. Option C, rely only on a backup camera. Option D, put your head out of the driver's side window. The correct answer is option B, look over your shoulder through the rear window. Explanation: when backing up, turn your head over your shoulder and look through your rear window. Don't rely only on your rearview mirror or backup camera. Question 159. A license will be suspended if a driver: option A, refuses to submit to a chemical test. Option B, drives 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option C, honks their horn in a residential area after midnight. Option D, does not turn off their high beam lights around another vehicle. The correct answer is option A, refuses to submit to a chemical test. Explanation: by operating a vehicle on Missouri roadways, a driver automatically consents to taking a chemical test to determine their blood alcohol concentration (BAC) when requested by an officer. If a driver refuses the test, their license will be suspended for 1 year. Question 160. How do you check your blind spots? Option A, by looking in your side mirrors. Option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Option C, by looking in your rearview mirror. Option D, by staring straight ahead. The correct answer is option B, by turning your head and looking over your shoulders. Explanation. Blind spots are areas around your vehicle that you cannot see with your mirrors. Check your blind spots by turning your head and looking over your shoulder. Question 161. When approaching a curve in the road, you should reduce your speed. Option A, only if you feel like it. Option B, if you feel unsafe. Option C, before you enter the curve. Option D, once you are halfway through the curve. The correct answer is option C, before you enter the curve. Explanation. Always slow down near a curve or in any area where you cannot see clearly ahead. Reduce your speed before you enter a curve in the road so you do not have to brake in the curve. Braking in a curve can cause a skid. Question 162. After stopping for a school bus that is unloading children, option A, do not proceed until the children wave to you. Option B, watch for children walking along the side of the road. Option C, accelerate quickly. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers. The correct answer is option B, watch for children walking along the side of the road. Explanation. After stopping for a school bus that has its stop arm extended and its lights flashing, watch for children walking along the side of the road. You should always drive with caution when driving near children. Question 163. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option A, blue. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted blue, it indicates a handicap parking restriction. Question 164. On slippery roads, you should, option A, pass vehicles if they aren't driving the speed limit. Option B, adjust driving to match the conditions. Option C, drive on the shoulder. Option D, accelerate and decelerate frequently. The correct answer is option A, pass vehicles if they aren't driving the speed limit. Explanation. Make sure to drive slowly and smoothly on slippery roads. Do not pass slower vehicles unless it is necessary to do so. Avoid frequently changing your speed under such conditions. Question 165. During adverse weather and traffic conditions, or increased driving speeds, keep a following distance of option A, 3 seconds. Option B, 4 seconds. Option C, 5 seconds. Option D, 6 or more seconds. The correct answer is option D, 6 or more seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to possible hazards. Keep a following distance of 6 or more seconds during adverse weather and traffic conditions. Question 166. If your brakes stop working, you should first, option A, shift the car's transmission into neutral. Option B, pump the brake pedal several times and try to build up brake pressure. Option C, flash your lights at other traffic. Option D, jump out of the vehicle immediately. The correct answer is option B, pump the brake pedal several times and try to build up brake pressure. Explanation. If your brakes stop working, pump the brake pedal several times. This will often build up enough brake pressure to allow you to stop. Question 167. A 5-ounce glass of wine contains the same amount of alcohol as option A, 1 pint of whiskey. Option B, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Option C, a gallon of wine. Option D, a 6-pack of beer. The correct answer is option B, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Explanation. A 5-ounce glass of wine 12% alcohol, a 12-ounce can or bottle of beer, and 1.5 ounces of 86 proof liquor all contain approximately the same amount of alcohol. A person's ability to drive will be equally impaired by the same amount of alcohol no matter what kind of alcoholic beverage they drink. Question 168. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A solid yellow arrow, option A, is never used as a traffic signal. Option B has the same meaning as a circular yellow traffic light. Option C means that drivers may turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option D tells drivers that a green arrow is about to be shown. The correct answer is option B. has the same meaning as a circular yellow traffic light. Explanation. A solid yellow arrow has the same meaning as a yellow traffic light. When approaching a solid yellow arrow, you must reduce your speed and prepare for a red light. Question 169. Taking drugs along with alcohol. Option A. Increases the risk of causing a crash. Option B. Is no more dangerous than consuming alcohol by itself. Option C. Lessens the effect of alcohol on your ability to drive. Option D. Has no effect on your general driving ability. The correct answer is option C. Lessens the effect of alcohol on your ability to drive. Explanation. Drugs including illegal, prescription, and over-the-counter medications can affect your brain function and impair your ability to drive safely. Combining alcohol with other drugs will increase the risk of a crash. Question 170. When traveling behind a motorcycle, option A, allow a following distance of at least 2 car lengths. Option B, allow at least 2 seconds of following distance. Option C, allow at least 4 seconds of following distance. Option D, allow a following distance of at least 4 motorcycle lengths. The correct answer is option B. Allow at least 2 seconds of following distance. Explanation. On dry pavement, 4 seconds of space is generally a safe following distance to allow between you and the vehicle ahead. You should always allow plenty of space when following a motorcycle. Question 171. People under 16 years of age who use a false identification card to buy alcohol will, option A, receive a driving suspension that starts on their 16th birthday. Option B, not be able to take the driver's exam until their 21st birthday. Option C, receive a driving suspension that starts on their 21st birthday. Option D, be sent to an alcohol safety education class. The correct answer is option A. Receive a driving suspension that starts on their 16th birthday. Explanation. Even if you are not driving, your driving privilege will be suspended if you are under 21 years of age and are convicted of possessing alcohol, lying about your age to obtain alcohol, or carrying a false ID card. If you are under 16 years of age, your suspension will not begin until your 16th birthday. Question 172. A steady yellow signal light means, option A, the traffic signal is changing from green to red. Option B, you should slam on your brakes. Option C, you should increase your speed. Option D, the car in front of you is going too slowly. The correct answer is option A. The traffic signal is changing from green to red. Explanation. A steady yellow light tells you the traffic signal is changing from green to red. Slow down and stop for a steady yellow light unless you are already within the intersection or cannot safely stop before entering the intersection. Question 173. Allowing a space cushion between your vehicle and its surroundings is important because it, option A, prevents distractions from other vehicles. Option B, allows you time to react to unexpected situations. Option C, keeps traffic flowing at a safe pace. Option D, keeps other drivers alert. The correct answer is option B, allows you time to react to unexpected situations. Explanation. The only way to be sure you will have enough time to react to mistakes made by other drivers is to leave plenty of space between you and the vehicles around you. Question 174. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in residential districts is option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 45 miles per hour. Option D, 65 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in residential districts is 25 miles per hour. If a different speed limit is posted, you should follow that speed limit. Question 175. If you see an edge line that angles inward on a road, it means option A, the speed limit is decreasing. Option B, the road is narrowing. Option C, the road is getting wider. Option D, the speed limit is increasing. The correct answer is option B. The road is narrowing. Explanation. If you see an edge line that angles inward on a road, it means the road ahead is becoming narrower. Be sure to merge safely. Question 176. On slippery roads, you should, option A, slow down. Option B, drive more quickly. Option C, drive the speed limit with caution. Option D, not drive more quickly than 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A. Slow down. Explanation. You should slow down at the first sign of rain, snow, or sleet, all of which can create slippery road conditions. When conditions on the road are less than ideal, safety may require that you drive more slowly than the posted speed limit. Question 177. A vehicle stopped at a green light may indicate that the driver, option A, is impaired. Option B, is colorblind. Option C, does not know the rules of the road. Option D, is very patient. The correct answer is option A, is impaired. Explanation. It is important to observe other drivers' actions and identify clues that a person could be driving impaired. Drivers who have had too much to drink, are sleepy, are on drugs, or ill can present hazards to other drivers. One sign that a driver may be impaired is that they stop in inappropriate places, such as at green traffic lights. Question 178. Off-ramps, option A, are usually safe for trucks. Option B, can be dangerous for trucks. Option C, should not be used by trucks. Option D, should be used only if following another vehicle. The correct answer is option B, can be dangerous for trucks. Explanation. The combination of slopes and curves can make freeway on and off-ramps dangerous for trucks. Remember that posted speed limits on ramps may be safe to be driven by cars but too fast to be driven by large or heavily loaded vehicles. Question 179. What do headers do? Option A, protect the driver during a crash. Option B, provide a place for storage. Option C, ensure that controls are accessible. Option D, act as wind guards. The correct answer is option A, protect the driver during a crash. Explanation. Front-end header boards protect the driver from the forward motion of their cargo in the event of a crash or emergency stop. Question 180. Traffic fatalities in work zones are most commonly the result of option A, tire blowouts. Option B, hydroplaning due to water sprayed on the roadway. Option C, loss of steering control after driving over wet paint. Option D, carelessness and speeding. The correct answer is option D, carelessness and speeding. Explanation. Carelessness and speeding are the main causes of traffic-related fatalities in work zones. Question 181. When using the controlled braking method in an emergency situation, you should, option A, apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option B, apply the brakes with about half of your usual force. Option C, apply the brakes so the wheels lock. Option D, apply the brakes with minimal pressure. The correct answer is option A. Apply the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation. The controlled braking method for emergency stops involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. Keep steering wheel movements small when braking in this way. Question 182. Traffic regulations require drivers to display a turn signal for at least blank before making a turn or lane change. Option A, 50 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 25 feet. The correct answer is option C, 100 feet. Explanation. Turn signals must be displayed for at least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. It is advisable to signal for a greater distance when driving at increased speeds. Question 183. The highway transportation system is made up of option A, people. Option B, vehicles. Option C, roads. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, vehicles. Explanation. The highway transportation system consists of three major components: people, vehicles, and roads. It is a complex system with many diverse elements. Question 184. When sharing the road with a truck, it is important to remember that trucks generally, option A, require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Option B, require less time to pass on a downgrade than smaller vehicles do. Option C, require a smaller turning radius than smaller vehicles do. Option D, require less time to pass on an incline than smaller vehicles do. The correct answer is option A. Require longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Explanation. Because of their size, trucks need longer distances to stop than smaller vehicles do. Question 185. Who is most likely to be killed in a work zone crash? Option A. Bicyclists. Option B. Workers and flaggers. Option C. Drivers and passengers. Option D. Motorcyclists. The correct answer is option C. Drivers and passengers. Explanation. Drivers and passengers are more likely to be killed in a work zone collision than anyone else. Drive carefully anytime you are in a roadwork area. Question 186. When approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its siren and slash or flashing lights, a driver must immediately: Option A. Pull to the right and stop. Option B. Pull to the right and slow down. Option C. Pull to the right and turn on their vehicle's four-way flashers. Option D. Stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. The correct answer is option D. Stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. Explanation. When you are approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its lights, sirens, and slash or other warning devices, you must immediately drive to the right side of the road and stop. Question 187. When making a right turn, you should not: Option A. Signal to other drivers. Option B. Swing too wide for your lane. Option C. Slow down. Option D. Move to the far right lane. The correct answer is option C. Slow down. Explanation. You should slow down and activate your right turn signal before making a right turn. Be careful not to turn too wide for your lane, as this may interfere with other vehicles. Question 188. A diamond-shaped sign. Option A. Warns of existing or possible hazards. Option B. Alerts drivers to school zones. Option C. Alerts drivers to public recreation areas. Option D. Alerts drivers to upcoming food and gas locations. The correct answer is option A. Warns of existing or possible hazards. Explanation. Diamond-shaped signs warn drivers of existing or potential driving hazards. You will usually see these signs in yellow or orange. Question 189. When approaching a curve in the road, drivers should: Option A. Immediately accelerate. Option B. Continue slowing down until they are driving straight again. Option C. Slow down before reaching the curve and accelerate once passing the middle of the curve. Option D. Slow down only if the road conditions are less than ideal. The correct answer is option C. Slow down before reaching the curve and accelerate once passing the middle of the curve. Explanation. Always slow down before reaching a curve and accelerate only after passing the middle of the curve. If you drive too fast, the tires will not be able to grip the road and your vehicle will skid. Question 190. Under normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of: Option A. 1 second. Option B. 2 seconds. Option C. 3 seconds. Option D. 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C. 3 seconds. Explanation. The more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react to the movements of surrounding vehicles. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds under normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 191. You are driving on a multi-lane highway and wish to change lanes. You must signal your intentions. Option A. Immediately before changing lanes. Option B. Only during the lane change. Option C. At least 50 feet before beginning to change lanes. Option D. At least 100 feet before beginning to change lanes. The correct answer is option D. At least 100 feet before beginning to change lanes. Explanation. Signals must be given for at least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. This is approximately the length of 5 cars. It is advisable to signal for a greater distance when driving at higher speeds. Question 192. When using roundabouts or traffic circles, you should: Option A. Slow down as you approach the circle. Option B. Yield to any traffic, pedestrians, or bicyclists already in the circle. Option C. Enter to the right, but steer left in a counterclockwise direction. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option B. Yield to any traffic, pedestrians, or bicyclists already in the circle. Explanation. You should slow down as you approach a roundabout and yield to any vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the circle. Enter the circle to your right, but steer to your left so that you move around the circle in a counterclockwise direction. Question 193. If confronted by an aggressive driver, you should: Option A. Make eye contact with the driver. Option B. React to the driver's gestures. Option C. Challenge the driver to a road race. Option D. Ignore the driver, if possible. The correct answer is option A. Make eye contact with the driver. Explanation. If you encounter an aggressive driver, the most important thing to do is get out of their way, if possible. Do not provoke the driver by challenging them or making eye contact, and do not let yourself be provoked by rude gestures they might make. Question 194. It is illegal to park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 25 feet. Option B, 15 feet. Option C, 30 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is option B, 15 feet. Explanation. It is illegal to park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 195. You must yield to other drivers. Option A, only where a yield sign is present. Option B, only when you want to yield. Option C, when they are working in construction zones. Option D, when their car is bigger than yours. The correct answer is option A, only where a yield sign is present. Explanation. Yield to all vehicles or pedestrians working on highway construction projects. Drive with special caution through a work zone where workers are present. Question 196. When a traffic signal light turns green, you should: Option A, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. Option B, accelerate as quickly as possible. Option C, back up slowly. Option D, not move until another driver waves you on. The correct answer is option A. Yield the right-of-way to pedestrians. Explanation. A green light tells you that you can go through the intersection. However, you must first yield the right-of-way to traffic and pedestrians who are still in the intersection. Question 197. A solid white line down the center of a two-lane road indicates: Option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option C. Lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Explanation. White lines are used to separate traffic moving in the same direction. Solid lines indicate that drivers are not permitted to pass. Question 198. What is the only way to reduce your blood alcohol concentration BAC? Option A, drink coffee. Option B, exercise. Option C, allow your body time to get rid of the alcohol. Option D, take a cold shower. The correct answer is option B, exercise. Explanation. The only method that effectively reduces your BAC is to not drink alcohol for a period of time. Coffee, exercise, and cold showers cannot reduce your BAC or change the effects of alcohol. They can help you remain awake, but they cannot change your BAC or make you sober. Question 199. If a traffic light has been green for a long time, Option A, it will probably stay green as you approach. Option B, it is likely broken. Option C, it is likely that the light will soon change to yellow. Option D, it is likely the light will skip yellow and change from green to red. The correct answer is option D. It is likely the light will skip yellow and change from green to red. Explanation. If you are approaching a traffic light that has been green for a long time, there is a good chance that it will turn yellow before you reach it. Start slowing down and be ready to stop. Question 200. In a vehicle equipped with airbags, a driver, Option A, should adjust their steering wheel to tilt downward. Option B, does not need to wear a seat belt. Option C, can drive 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option D, should sit as close to the steering wheel as is comfortable. The correct answer is option A. Should adjust their steering wheel to tilt downward. Explanation. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still use your seat belt and make sure that your passengers do the same. To prevent injury from a deploying airbag, move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck.